Hello children, Mrs.Poonam Giri here. Welcome to my new lecture. Today I am going to discuss with you regarding books. Okay friends, tell me, do you like to read the books? Some books are very favorite to us. How should we decide which book is our favorite book? Sometimes we like the language of the book. Sometimes we like the characters in the book. Sometimes we like the theme of the book, and sometimes we like the presentation of the book. There are some reasons to become any book a favorite book. If you are asked to talk or write something about your favorite book or introduce a book which is your favorite, which things you will take into consideration? Which specialities will you take into consideration? What will you tell about the book? First of all, you will tell the name of the book. Then, the type of the book. What does it mean? Whether it is a biography or it is an autobiography. Is it a story? Is it a thriller? Or it is a historical book? Next thing we will take into consideration is author of the book. What are his or her specialities? Then comes the characters in the book. How many characters are there in the book? Which is the main character? All these things come under characters. Then comes the background of the book. Then problems, dilemma, or any special message if the book conveys. We will talk about that. Isn't it? Okay. Now, tell me why we are discussing all these things. Because we are going to study a new lesson 2.5 book review Swami and Friends by R.K. Narayan. Do you know, friends, what is a book review? Book review is the study of that particular book and merits and demerits. In Marathi, we say Pustak Samikshan. Review means what? Pustak Samikshan. Now, today, let's see the book review of Swami and Friends, written by the author R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan is a very renowned author, Indian author in English literature. Let's begin the lesson. Page number 69. Let's read the first paragraph. A little bit about the book. Anything I mention about the book can be mistakenly understood as spoilers. So I would rather give a glance into the book without mentioning any events or plots of the story. In this first paragraph, the critic of the book, do you know what is the meaning of critic? क्रिटिकला मराठीत म्हणतात समीक्षक. So the critic of the book says, I don't want to spoil the book by mentioning any events or plots of the story, but I would just like to give a glance into the book. Glance means to peep. Is that clear? Okay. Let's see the second paragraph. Swami is a mischievous little kid of about 10 years old and living in the era where India was under the British rule. Like most kids of that age, Swami is a kid who cannot stay at one place and absolutely hates school, even worse, mathematics. School is his absolutely nightmare. Anyway, the story unfolds around the happenings of this kid and how he constantly gets into trouble and gets a good beating from his father. In this paragraph, we come to know that Swami is a very mischievous boy of just 10 years old and he lives in the era where India was under the British rule. He is a very restless kid. He cannot sit at one place. He also hates going to school. And mathematics is his absolute nightmare. That means it was a very frightening experience for him. He was so bad at mathematics. It tells us that Swami always does some mischief and constantly gets into trouble. And as a result, he gets a good beating from his father. Children, we know that if you do mischiefs, you also get scolded or beat by your father. In the same way, when Swami used to do some mischiefs or naughtiness, his father also used to give him a good beating. Do you know what is the meaning of beating? Yes, you are absolutely right. Beating म्हणजे मार देणे किंवा सोप देणे. Is that clear? Okay. Now let's go towards next paragraph. Swami is a talkative little kid and thinks that's his way of facing life, talking himself out of everything. But he does learn the truth the harsh way. As many teens back then, all he wants to do is play under the sun, kick something, climb a tree, break something, and harass somebody, unlike kids today. This, in fact, was and in most parts of India still is the life of a typical boy growing up. Technology isn't a big in kids' life. All they want is to play havoc. Do you know what is the meaning of havoc? To play havoc is a phrase आणि त्याचा अर्थ असा होतो इट मीन्स दंगामस्ती करणे जसं तुम्ही करतात वर्गामध्ये ओके टू प्ले havoc is a phrase. Now, nothing to explain much about this paragraph. You can understand it easily if you read. So let's move towards the next paragraph. In what ways is Swami a typical boy in his growing years? In this regard, Narayan gets deeply into the workings of Swami's 10 years old mind, explaining exquisitely how he thinks and what his perspective of the world is. The reader does feel like Swami and gets very attached with the character as the story progresses. That's the magic of Narayan. Perspective means what? Point of view. You can find the meaning on the right side of your page. Okay, and even the meaning of exquisite. Exquisite means in a pleasing manner. Is that clear? Okay. Children, in this paragraph, we come to know that how Swami was how Swami was a typical boy in his growing age. Now, here the author Narayan is really involved with the character of Swami. He explains the feelings and emotions of a 10-year-old boy or of a growing child and his perspective. Perspective, we know that what is his point of view towards the world. When the reader reads the book, he gets attached to the character of Swami as the story progresses. And that is the significance or that is the magic of the writer R.K. Narayan. Okay, let's stop here for this period. In the next period, we will read about the significance of the book. Okay, till then, thank you very much and goodbye. And please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Okay, till then, goodbye.